Let's talk about anger. Anger is a big one. You know, when I was younger, I thought that anger was rage. I didn't know that it's actually how much something matters to you and what you really care about. See, when I was young, I so wanted to be an all-state basketball player. After my freshman year, I just dedicated my whole existence to attempting to become that. In some ways, it was kind of like an escape from what was going on in the family, but at the same time, I really wanted to do it. The thing is, I didn't let anybody know because I could fail or I could be made fun of. And guess what? I didn't make it. I didn't make anything. I didn't make all region. I didn't make all district. I didn't make all state. When we played our last game, we were at a college where teams from all around the state were. And we lost the game. It was my last chance, last game I would play. And I went into the locker room with all the other players, and to keep them from seeing me, I was overwhelmed. I put my head in a locker and I started crying, and I cried my guts out, and I left my head in the locker until the other players had left. And I went into the showers, and by then I was by myself, and I just kept crying. I had been willing for 4 years to do anything to succeed, going through all forms of pain, running on Saturday mornings, going to practice, after practice, going over by myself, running 2 or 3 miles at night, and then going home. And I decided that day when my head was in the locker that caring and dreaming and fighting, they just weren't worth it. I did not know, because I was doing it so much by myself and I was afraid to expose it, that anger, a desire for something that you're willing to be in pain for, is the most vulnerable of all the feelings. When you share your anger, you're sharing the deepest parts of yourself. In fact, even doing this, what I do now, I spend almost all my time talking about feelings in a world that rejects them. I'm angry about it. I want people to know about it, even though I'm going to be made fun of a lot of times. See, true anger is desire. It's hoping, it's wishing, it's wanting, it's dreaming, it's longing. Longing for something so much that you're willing to be in pain for it. When I didn't make All-State, I didn't realize it at the time, but I gave up my anger. In fact, I kind of flatlined in a lot of ways. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know who I was. I gave up being in pain for something that mattered more than pain, and it was a long time before I had the great gift of getting it back when my heart woke up to feelings again. See, we get anger and rage all mixed up too. Rage is what people do to hide their fear. Anger, though, is an open-hearted expression of our willingness to go for something. It's outstretched hands. Rage is closed fists. See, anger calls us to action, and it calls us to create something. Without anger, things quit mattering. It challenges us, and it gets us to ask for help from others to fulfill something we're after. Anger is the willingness to be vulnerable and to be seen and to be known while you're trying to get something that really matters. In our society, which doesn't let you care or show too much, people assume that anger is bad. But let me tell you, think about some people that really were willing to be in pain about something that mattered more than pain. Martin Luther King was angry. Mother Teresa was angry. Abraham Lincoln was angry. And look at what these angry people dedicated their lives to and the benefit that came from them being willing to wish and hunger and thirst. So if something doesn't really matter to you, it's really hard to stay with it. But when it does matter, truly matters, if you're willing to be in pain, anger is the ultimate motivational movement. If you aren't angry for something, when things get hard and they get difficult, you'll run away. You'll depress. You'll depress. You'll shove away how God made you. You'll push it down, the desire to succeed or the desire to achieve. See, we suppress our desire to live when we get rid of our anger. So what do you desire? Not to hurt? If you desire not to hurt, that's not going to work. You're going to hurt. So ask yourself, what's worth hurting over? What's even worth being hurt over? What's worth being afraid of and still going? What's worth being sad about and still attaching? What's worth being alone or standing alone in, even though you know that you're really lonely in it? Still, what's worth being lonely for? See, this video series, which I prefer not to do because it puts me at risk of being mocked or dismissed, matters enough to me, like I've said, that I want to do it. It matters. You matter. Your heart matters. My heart matters. Your life lived fully matters. Way beyond your own life. Way beyond your own life because of the lives you're going to touch by showing up in your own. We are created to care enough to be willing to be in pain. Anger brings us to a thing called passion. And passion is the gift of our anger. It's the willingness to be in pain for something that matters more than pain. And once passion has struck you in your life, there really is nothing that's going to stop you until it's finished or you're done.